Okay, so I'm going to do a quick workout for you right now using the straps. These are attached with an eye bolt on the wall here. You can also get these with a door attachment, so you can just close it in the top of your door to do this workout. Doing a full body workout. This is how we're going to do our upper body exercises with this strap. Do our lower body exercises and ab exercises as well. This is going to be about a 15-minute workout. We got some stretches in there as well. So if you want a longer workout time, do it again. Okay, you should probably do it twice. That's a good length for this workout. All right, so we're gonna start off with jumping jacks. And I'm just kind of counting in my head, keeping track. You can do these at your own pace. You don't have to do them at any specific pace. I'm gonna go to about maybe 50 jumping jacks. You can do 50 or 60 if you want to go for time. That works too. Okay, so the first upper body exercise we're doing with this is the row. So just leaning back, pull yourself up. Move your feet closer to the wall at the beginning of the set to make it hard. Whether you want your elbows up or tucked down doesn't necessarily matter. We're just going to attack the back muscles and get them to work. As you begin to fatigue, walk your feet backwards. Okay, so we got our rows. Now we're going into what's called a prisoner squat. So hands behind the head, hitting squats. Okay, you want to keep a nice good upper body posture. Sit back into it, butt down. Keep your head up the whole time. Even though your hands are behind the head, you don't want them to pull your head down towards the ground. Keep it up. I'm not really counting my full reps on these because I'm talking. So keep track of your reps. Probably try and do like 15 to 20 reps. If you're doing this at the same time as me, just pause the video if you're doing more reps. Or write down the exercises and then do them on your own after you've watched the video to make sure you know what you're doing. As far as how low you're going, you can go down with your butt below your knees. If it feels comfortable, I like to open up my hips a little bit more by turning my toes outward. Okay, now we're going for some abs. We're hitting crunches. So for your crunches then, feet flat on the floor, knees bent, hands touching the head, just lifting the shoulder blades up off the ground. Exhale as you crunch up. Okay. Now we're going into our chest exercise with the straps. Feet all the way back, doing like a push-up. Okay, you want the straps to kind of skim along the top of your arms. Don't pull them down into your arms like this, and don't leave them up away from your arms like that. Just skim it along the arms as you go down. Okay, after you fully pump the chest up, you're gonna do the bicep chest stretch. You get your shoulders, biceps, and chest. Just let the arms pull behind you and kind of lean into it here. Kind of relax into that stretch. A good stretch is held for at least 20 seconds, but 30 seconds is more of a good recommendation on that. If you want to hold it longer, hold it longer. It's good for you. It's a stretch, right? Okay. Now we're doing mountain climbers. Hands on the floor in the push-up position, 1 foot in, 1 foot back, and switch. You can put the front foot down on the ground if you want when you come in. I prefer to keep it off the ground. In terms of which is harder, it might be harder to keep your feet off the ground when you pull in versus the touch in front and touch behind. But it feels a lot more smooth to do it this way. Okay, so you're going to want about 50 to 60 of those, or a minute long. Okay, then we're going into arm curls with the strap now. So leaning back just like you were when you were doing the row. Now we're going to do an arm curl. So leave your elbows out in front of you. I'm going to turn a bit here so you kind of see my side profile. Leave the elbows out in front as you do a bicep curl. As you start to fatigue, walk your feet back a little bit so you're standing more erect. Okay, that hits the biceps. Now we're going into lunges. Just going to do a forward lunge, alternating which leg you step in with. As you do your lunge, it's important that the back knee goes down towards the ground. If you want to barely touch the ground, that's okay, but it's probably best to stay clear. You don't want to hit your knee on the ground. This is nice soft turf, so it won't really matter too much if I do it. If you're doing this on a harder floor though, you don't want to hit your knee on the ground. Stay 1 inch to 2 inches off the ground with your knee. Try to create 2 90-degree angles in your knees as you do these. 90 degrees here, 90 degrees there. Okay, so a longer stride is better when doing a lunge. You don't want to do a short lunge. You get compact in there. It reduces the angles behind the knees. It makes it harder on the knee joint to do a lunge. Okay, now after those, I'm going to a quick hamstring stretch. This is a traditional one, just sitting on the ground, reaching for the toes. Stretch out the back of the legs. Once again, hold this for 20, 30, maybe even 40 seconds. You want to be able to relax into your stretch. Okay. After that, go right back into a ground exercise. We're doing the plank. Okay, so a plank, also known as a bridge. Holding your body off the ground nice and level. Elbows directly below the shoulders. Nice tight core. Pull your belly button in tight. And you should work on holding this one for at least a minute. Every time you do this workout, push it for a little longer. If you do it for 40 seconds the first time, do it for 50 the next, 60 the next. You'll be able to keep pushing it up every time. If you need to do a modified version, put your knees down. That's okay. You can have your knees on the ground. That's not a bad thing to do. Knees on the ground is better than butts in the air, okay? No butts in the air. Keep your butt low. Don't let your back arch down towards the ground, of course, but no butts in the air. Okay, so about a minute of that. Now we're going back to the strap for tricep extensions. Let the hands pull back behind the head and then extend out to straight arms. You don't want your hands any lower than shoulder level. Right now my hands are lower than shoulder level. This is at shoulder level. It's better to be at or slightly above shoulder level with your hands when your arms come to straight at the end of the rep. So I'll turn to the side so you can see it a little bit better on a side profile. Okay, let the hands pull back and then extend out to straight. Keep a nice straight body. Don't stick your butt out. Nice straight body. Okay, we've got 3 more exercises to do. Next one's a squat thrust. Just going down into a push-up position. Pull the knees back in, stand back up. This one's best to do for time, I think. You can set a goal like 20. But what I find is you end up wasting time taking an extra breath at the top instead of just getting after it. Don't go for reps, go for time. Set a time limit and see how many you can do in that time limit so you can boost it up every time, okay? All right, then 2 more to do. We're going bicycle abs. Hands touching the head, opposite elbow and knee. Opposites and opposites. Okay, it's bicycle, but you're not riding your legs like a bicycle. They're going just straight in and out. And those, I think you should either go for reps on those. Try and see how many you can do and have good form, you know, making good range of motion on those, and then boost it up every time. And then the last one we're doing is the ab stretch. So start off lying on the ground, push back onto your elbows, pushing your belly button down into the ground. If that feels okay, come up on the palms of your hands and push back a little further. And just try to relax into this one. Leave your hips down and let the belly button go down towards the ground as you stretch. And then I like to go back into this relaxed position after I do that stretch. I believe they call that child's pose in yoga. All right, so there's your quickie workout. I mean, I've got a few drops of sweat coming off me right now, and I didn't even do the full amount on all of them, so you should be able to get a good workout out of that. freedomfitness.tv has more at-home workouts, so go check some of those out. And then also, you can pick up one of these straps, getgunz.com. Get Gunz is spelled with a Z on the end. Of course it is. So getgunz.com to pick up one of these for a nice price. And yeah, keep watching more videos. Drew DeVry, Free to Fitness. Keep working out.